Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Yahweh Kadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone, many blessings and salutations. And to the hopeful elect, the house of David, the bear after our die, for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. Shalom to the elect. All right, so I just came across this article and thought it was pretty interesting. It just fits right into that narrative that the Bible's already been, already specified that the iron mixed with miry clay is not going to mix. There's going to be fractures. It's going to be deep discussions as to what we need to do going forth. I'm talking about those who are in power right now, and what they're trying to do or accomplish, and who they need to cut off, as far as being an ally. And it's working on both sides, and it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, as it says in Mark about if Satan be against Satan, okay, then the kingdom shall fall, man. And we're headed right towards that. We're headed right towards that. So everybody's getting their escape plans in. Some people are going already, they've already got their bunkers built. All right. Some people are going to their underwater city. OK. All right. Because they have those. All right. They have underwater cities. Then you got the International Space Station up in, about 100 miles or so. We know it ain't we know it at the radiation belt. They can't go that far, right? So they can't run too far, right? So they're getting themselves ready, because this thing is getting ready to crack off, man. And you got U.S. versus pretty much everybody else. NATO and the EU are. I've been reading article after article of how EU is priming themselves to get their own military going. Canada wants to join in with them. They're talking about sending troops over to the Ukraine, man. Right. America's objected to all this because they're trying to become more friendly with Russia. Right. But see, everybody, this is going beautifully well, guys. Those of you that are true believers, that truly understand what the end game or you have some good grasp of how the end game should go. Although we don't know when. We know the actors are in place and the products are moving, right? So let's get in this article. It says Elon Musk backs U.S. withdrawal from UN and NATO, man. Well, that's definitely a escalation. Okay, you're leaving your protection only to be exposed, right? Seems about right. It says the tech mogul supports a reassessment of American involvement in both organizations, questioning their relevance and effectiveness, right? So this guy, who is a South African, quote unquote, he's an Edomite, but this guy is talking. His department is about the Department of Governmental Efficiency, man, right? So he's over here talking about how you need to back away from NATO. This is your protection. But Esau, this is your destruction, okay? This is a part of the curses that you're now undergoing, okay? It says billionaire Elon Musk has publicly endorsed the idea of the U.S. withdrawing from both the United Nations and the North American Treaty Organization, which is NATO. It says, responding to a social media post advocating such a move on Sunday, Musk, who leads the U.S. Department of Government Efficiency, the DOGE, commented, "I agree. U.S. President Donald Trump and Republican lawmakers have vowed to reconsider Washington's participation in the UN, as well as in the U.S.-led military bloc." In February, Senator Mike Lee of Utah introduced the disengaging entirely from the UN, United Nations debacle defund. Wow, act. It says proposing a complete U.S. withdrawal from the UN. Lee criticized the UN as a platform for tyrants that attacks America and its allies, arguing that despite significant funding, the organization has failed to prevent wars, genocides, human rights violations, and planned demics. It says, echoing Lee's statements or sentiments, Musk wrote on X that America provides way too much funding to the UN and associate entities, right? It says, During his 2016 campaign, Trump described the UN as weak and incompetent, stating it was not a friend of democracy, freedom, the United States. Last month, the Trump administration opposed the UN General Assembly resolution demanding Russia's immediate withdrawal from Ukraine. Musk, now a key advisor to Trump, has taken the lead in looking for ways to cut costs and reduce the federal workforce. It says in February, Doge released its first savings report, claiming an estimated $55 billion in savings through cost-cutting measures. It says the same month, Elise Stefanik, Trump's nominee for U.S. ambassador to the UN, advocated the global adoption of Musk's Doge initiative. She criticized the UN's financial practices and called for a global Doge. All right. It says effort to reform international governance. Stefanik also pledged to push for defunding and dismantling the UN-affiliated organizations accused of corruption and anti-Semitism. It says Musk has also voiced skepticism about Nato. And now you see where this goes. This has been the theme that has been going on, okay? Especially in today's world right now. This is the theme that's been going on. And now you're getting to see the fractures. You're seeing the iron with the miry clay start to break away from each other. Publicly, too. Revelation 17:1, and there came one of the seven angels, which 7 represents completion. It says, which had 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with the kings of the earth who have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. That's right. So yeah, they're acting upon the fact that this devil is looking to create a different alliance, right? See, what they're trying to avoid is World War III, but there is no avoiding this. You're headed straight to it, Esau, right? And you're alienating your own block to do it. That's what you don't understand. All right, this is Obadiah 1:7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy, right, have brought thee even to the border, and you're going to go to war. Them so-called JEWs out there, they're going to bring you to war. These moves that you're making right now, this is going to bring you to war. You can't escape the inevitable, Esau. You can't escape it. It's over. But you're going to continue to try. So, I mean, we're just going to sit up and take the popcorn up and, we're just going to watch this movie play out, man. Okay, it's a pretty damn good movie, by the way, right? It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, and the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. That's right. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to be so full of yourself. You're going to be so enthralled with how you're being a bad bully that you don't see how many people you're pissing off, man. And they're going to all come together like Voltron on your ass, right? And they're going to all shoot nukes. This is the end of America. America will be shot and blown to pieces, to dust, really, by intercontinental ballistic missiles, right? It says, and all the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread, right, meaning your funding and all those things of that nature, right? Then they've eaten your wine, right? They're partaking in all. You had a USAID, right? That was all the bread, all right, given unto the rest of the world, man. Okay. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. That's right. So, hey, verse 8, it says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? It says the understanding out of the mount of Esau. That's right. So you don't have any understanding and you're getting caught up. OK, you've been caught up, really. The Lord had your number from the jump. It was just that now the prophets are back here. All right, starting with our elders and apostles. OK. The men that came before them, that taught them, right? These men have come and they have proclaimed a downfall. And that's where we're headed. We're absolutely headed that way, okay? This is Jeremiah 50, Or maybe it's 51, but we'll see. Oh, yeah. This is Jeremiah 50:23. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a destination amongst a desolation among the nations? Well, the easy answer to that is the actions that they're doing right now, because they're herky-jerky. In the last 4 years, Biden was all about, saying Ukraine this, Ukraine that. Send money over here, send money over here. People in America were hurt, and he didn't give a damn. He was more worried about everybody across the world. Now you got Trump, who's in like, nah, it's America first, right? The patriotic Edomite is out here, proclaiming that Doge is the greatest thing created, while pissing off the other aisle, which other side of the aisle, which is the Democrats. They two horns of the same head, right? All right, they're the same. They working hand in hand, right? But the damn Democrats, they over here freaking out like you're destroying all these relationships that we worked hard to build by paying them all our money, okay? And now everybody is starting to see America for what it is. It's a goddamn hypocrite, okay? Can't trust them. We've been telling you that, though. Okay, this is Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? Well, the Lord has you in a trick bag. Okay, it says, how is Babylon become the desolation among the nations? It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken. That's right. So the Lord has laid a snare for you, and you have no understanding, according to Obadiah 1:8. You don't see what's happening, but we do. So you're just showing off what we're saying, right? That don't matter to you. But when it happens, man, it says, how is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh. The Lord Yahweh have opened his armory, right? And so he's going to open his armory via these nations, okay? It says, and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation, right? It says, for this is the work of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, thy power of host in the land of the Chaldeans. That's right. So the Lord is going to send these missiles, okay, via these different countries, and it's going to wipe America off the planet. Okay, that's where it headed. So all this shit talking they talking is going to be mute pretty soon. All right, back in the article, it says Musk has also voiced skepticism about NATO. In February, he labeled the alliance anachronistic and called for a full review, questioning his relevance in the post-Cold War era. He also questioned the rationale behind American taxpayers covering a significant portion of Europe's defense costs. And Joe Biden, he ain't even in the grave yet, but he already twisting and turning at him. It says, highlighting that the U.S. pays for approximately 67% of NATO's military expenses, despite spending only 3.5% of its GDP on defense. His position aligns with Trump, who has frequently criticized NATO, urging members to increase defense expenditure and threatening to withdraw, arguing the U.S. bears an unfair financial burden for European security. Yeah, it sounds awfully like a lot of Daniel 2:41. See, the prophets are back here, man. The prophets are back here. And we're noting everything that's going on and happening. And we're telling the people before it happens so that they have no excuse, right? You have no excuse. You can't say you didn't know, you did know. Or you have some vague understanding of it, even if it is as small as minute as your brain or brain cells, right? Okay, that's just the point of the matter, right? See, these prophecies are going to continue to go, whether you want them to or not. What we're wanting is the elect to see these prophecies and to get in order. Pretty much, which is what's going on right now. So we see these things that are happening. We're not offended at it. We get it. And we're going to continue to prophesy them too. So America's circling the drain, and even faster these days. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Al-Shai, Ba'Shem Harakakadash, Shalom to the elect. And Esau, there ain't no escaping this. Shalom.